Mutables for card spirit, please, starting with Gemini through Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. What do we need to know, spirit, please? Mutables, 27th of August 2020. First card, Gemini, please. Gemini. Gemini, a twist of fate, a negative run of bad luck, unbelief. I was born on the 10th, living or past it for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. A change takes place and not for the better. But it may be a blessing in disguise. When you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. There may have been a passing of an actual person, or someone stabbed you in the back. A good friend, female energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is now unreliable and unpredictable. You need to release this energy. Maybe lose a friend. Sometimes it's a mother energy, but she's usually very giving, but this one isn't. She's in a different place. That keeps coming up. The number 51 is important. They're bringing you the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, the land of milk and honey. Mother energy, elephant, so your animal totem. Honey is connected. Honey and milk are connected to spirit in some way. That one makes no sense whatsoever. But there's no way to clarify that, because really it's a negative change that brings about good things. So try not to worry. Somebody has got inhibitions, so they're not giving. You have to be more understanding, or someone does. There is problems here. Gut instinct. Our inhibitions can be negative and positive. Either way, fear ensures that they remain hidden from everyone else. Inhibitions can sometimes take on a destructive role, which causes us to withdraw parts of ourselves, yes, from the world, in an attempt to keep our secrets. Some secrets are meant to be shared, and often the energy put into keeping them hidden greatly outweighs the impact of the inhibitions. So something needs to be said that somebody doesn't want to be hurt. Don't allow the situation to take over your life. You have the intelligence to solve this issue and move on, yet you are being stubborn and refusing to do so, yes. If you continue with this destructive behaviour, you will create exactly what you are most fearing, yes. You've already lost. It's time to lick your wounds, dry your tears and rejoin life as it was before you decided that this was to rule your life. People are watching from the sidelines and cheering you on. There's a real sense of love and caring coming from the spectators, but they can't help you through this. So maybe that's why your friends are stepping back. Only they know they can't run this race for you. Make them proud, pull yourself back up, and at least complete the race. The spectators will have more respect for you and will remember your courage for completing rather than the fact that you didn't win. So your friends can't do this for you. You have to make this ending and the change, even though you won't want to. Virgo, no celebrations, no reunions, which with lockdown it is a bit more unusual than before. So maybe something you was planning for your birthday is not going to happen. You may do it eventually. 3 months is mentioned, but you are disappointed, to say the least, possibly over emotional. Yeah. Those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past date for your diary and address massively important in a negative way. The number 11 is important. Somebody is in an unhealthy situation they cannot release themselves from. Secrets are being kept. Christmas is mentioned, and so are herons and turkeys. They are animal totems. You need to release, or someone needs to release something. Or accept something. Accept what cannot be changed. You have to be careful what goes in your mouth as in diet and medication, and what comes out your mouth as a word, written or spoken. Acceptance is the key. The tarot reader, the psychic, the medium will never tell a secret. A pot of gold is coming. A lot of people have had that. So some reward. Spirit never take things from you without filling the hole. If something leaves your life, something else better will replace it. Eros. Someone needs saving. Healing your heart. Eros is the Greek god of love, born the son of Aphrodite. He is considered to be the most beautiful and youngest of all the Greek gods. He is depicted as the young winged boy holding a bow and arrow in his hands, so maybe Sagittarius is important. Eros fell in love with Psyche, and because he was so beautiful, he insisted that she would never look upon him for her own safety, and therefore would only meet in the darkness. So there may be a clandestine affair. After much pressure from her family, who did not believe her story of his beauty, Psyche tricked Eros by lighting a lamp. As she saw his beauty, she began to tremble, and as she did, hot oil from the lamp fell on him and burnt him. In physical and emotional pain, he flew away, wondering why she had doubted him. So you might doubt someone, or someone might doubt you. Aphrodite seeks revenge on Psyche. However, as Eros heals from his wounds, he returns to Psyche to rescue her from his mother. And they marry and live their lives together. So you may have a son who has someone you believe did him wrong, but he loves her anyway and may return to her, and that's just something you'll have to accept. Like Eros, your commitment to your family and friends whom you love is overwhelming. You give all and never think twice about the energy you put into your relationships, as you are very satisfied with how they make you feel and how much love you are in return. At times, though, you don't feel this is true, and this is one of those moments. You have little to fear, as your loved one is just preoccupied at present and is not giving you the attention that is normally given. They have no idea how you're feeling right now. These past fears of abandonment are influencing you at present. Just recognise these feelings belong in the past and let them go. Give your loved one a moment and a bit of space to get back on their feet, and everything will return to normal, just as you like it. Sagittarius. You did have options, but you've narrowed them down to one. There's no more confusion or living in a dream world. You know what it is that you desire. 7 months is mentioned. Things are becoming clearer as to your options. Don't hold on too tightly to the outcome of a situation, the old way of doing things, or finances, people, situations. What you resist persists, so if you hold on too tightly to something, it will want to leave even more. There is no apologies, there is no communication coming towards you. It may be someone born 1988 plus or minus 12 February to February, and if there's no apology coming, this is you'll wait till hell freezes over. So if you hold on too tightly to and be stubborn, then you will be shut out. Yeah, it's a round and round and round you go. Where it stops, nobody knows. So somebody has to give. Somebody has to be the bigger person, because this, you will end up being shut out, and I don't think that's what you want. So stop trying to control others. Go with the flow. Be a bit more flexible and not so stubborn, or you will end up with nothing and feeling left out. Yeah, ancient knowledge. Spirit trying to talk to you. You know this, but you tend to ignore it. So deep within each of us is a sacred place where most of our ancient knowledge is kept. These are the secrets of the past which silently await rebirth to eagerly spend forth knowledge which we've forgotten. So there may be an old secret coming out. The ancient knowledge of many lifetimes lays dormant within the deepest recesses of our past and present memories. We leave such wisdom untapped for fear of what our responsibilities may be to ourselves and others if we possess such great knowledge. We need to allow ourselves to trust our wisdom and cease searching for evidence to back up our thoughts. So you don't need evidence to know something. It's easier to look to others for answers than trust ourselves. We each possess knowledge that is unique, a gut instinct, as no one else can walk in your shoes and know your story. Everything you need to know can be found within, and it's time to find trust in yourself and your own wisdom. It won't be long now. Your wisdom was never lost, just buried under piles of self-doubt. Your self-trust will soon rebirth, and you will remember what it's like to have the courage to stand on your own power and make your own decisions. You may be relying on somebody else to take control for so long. And Pisces, I believe you had this yesterday. It's such a shame. You are comparing yourself to others, and that comparison is not your friend. You're feeling that you haven't achieved as much as you should have done, that you are a bit of a failure, and you haven't reaped the reward you expected in the past 7 years. This is keeping you shut out from others because you don't want them to look down on you. That's not the case, they're not going to, but you are feeling insecure financially and probably emotionally as well. Yeah, tarot reader, psychic medium, was born on the 2nd of the 29th, living all past, keeping secrets, Christmas, and the white heron and the turkey need to be looked up in your animal totems. But you must be careful, or someone does, of what they put in their mouth, as in diet, medication, and what comes out their mouth as in words written or spoken. Those born on the 2nd of the 29th, like I said, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Someone's in an unhealthy situation and keeping secrets. There's a nightmare situation and sleepless nights. Nine weeks is mentioned. They're coming out of this now, waking up to reality, and no more sleepless nights. Yeah, someone's come to a fork in the road and it's the rite of passage. They need to make a decision. Where do they go from here? There is a monkey, so those born in the year of the monkey, I can't remember which one it is, to be honest. And it looks like an alpaca, but I don't know that they would have a spirit animal for alpacas. So some sort of goat maybe. But there's no going back, it's time. Oh yeah, here we go. This is why. So you are at a fork in the road. Listen, because the Aboriginal dream time is important. Magical dreaming. Dreaming is the path on which we travel during our journey in this and past lives. Often our dreaming may follow a similar track lifetime after lifetime in different bodies, different countries, but still covering familiar territory. Having the courage to travel tracks less travelled is what our dreaming is really about. Allowing your soul to have a different experience is the way in which we grow emotionally and spiritually. Without new experiences, our soul will continue on the same dreaming over and over again. In Aboriginal cultures, our dreaming marks the tracks in which we travel from season to season to find food and attend ceremony. Over time, Mother Earth insists that we make changes to our dreaming and presents us with a drought, flood, and fire and blocks the direction of our journey, preventing us from moving forward. Like the changes in our ancient dreaming, we need to learn to adapt on what is happening, and if needed, change the direction in the path that we are travelling. It's time to look closely at changing your dreaming and the journey in an alternative direction. You've been walking this well-worn track for too long, and nothing has changed and nothing has improved. Change the direction of your dreaming and experience life on a different track. You'll be amazed at the emotional and spiritual growth you will experience on your new journey into your new future.